Hey everyone, it's Scott, and I told Mark and I have been talking, and we're looking for ways that we can give more content and behind the scenes looks at what we're doing to help everybody. And so this is my first attempt in that, and gonna step outside my comfort zone here and talk to this cell phone video thing. And today I just want to share with you just some tools of the trade. Just again pulling back the curtain so you can see how I work, how Mark's going to show you how he works. He's doing this with Periscope. You know, I've had a pretty busy day. It's almost 10 o'clock and it's time. Everybody's starting to quiet down in the family, and it's time for me to start hitting the nighttime work. The secondary job, if you will, the side gig. And I'm buying some properties right now, and basically what I'm doing is I'm just printing out the deeds. I've got the deeds here. I've got some instructions I'll share with you. What goes how I do it, just to kind of give you some insight into what I'm doing. So behind me, you'll see I've got like a collection of printers. I got the big color printer and scanner over there. This printer right here is where my offers, this is where my deeds and official documents come out. It's thicker, heavier paper. Over here I've got a laser printer. That's where all my offers come out. That's the cheaper paper, but this is the high quality, thick, bright white paper. It's what I'm recording my deeds on. I just think that it holds the signatures better and works like as I mail it around, it just kind of comes across better. So I've got a deed here that I'm working on getting out. Just lost it, I think. And just going to print them out. I'll show you what I'm doing here. I'm printing out 3 documents for this one piece of land that I'm buying. I think this piece of land has a pretty interesting story. I'll tell it to you, because what happened was, this was a return to sender. I got this back as a return to sender. And it happened to be a doctor. And I'm thinking like, man, a doctor, return to sender, I should be able to Google him and find out what's going on with him. And so I Google his name, and when I did, it turns out that he was an orthodontist, and he closed down his practice unbeknownst to his customers, leaving them stranded. And he was in the paper, everything, and even the local newspaper had given, hey, if you're a patient of this doctor and you need your records, here's the address you mail your request to. It was beautiful. It was in the paper, so I mailed to that address. And sure enough, he called me. Go figure, because he's being looked at for possible charges or something, because he defrauded patients apparently, so allegedly. I don't know. I'm not involved in that piece, but he called me up and he said, hey, I want to sell my property, and I had offered him $550 for it. And what happened was, after I got the return to sender, I lowered the offer value, because I figured, how many people can find the guy? I mean, it took the newspaper to find him, but who else? So I lowered my offer price from like $650 down to $550, and sure enough, he called me and talked to him, and he said, well, I don't want $650, or $550, I want $750. And we talked back and forth, and he was not budging off that $750, so I agreed to do it for $750. And then during due diligence, it turns out that he had $600 in past due taxes. So I called him up and I said, hey, Doc, sorry, but I can't do $750. I've got to do $600 in taxes, so my offer is $150. And he argued with me that he didn't owe taxes. And I said, look, I got the printout. I'll mail it to you. And I mailed it to him. And about 3 weeks later, he called me up and he said, okay, I'll take the $150. I said, okay, so I'm printing out his deeds right now, and they're gonna go out tomorrow. And just so you can see what printed out, I've got an instruction sheet here, and basically this tells me, this is something I do internally. I keep this internally so I can keep track of my documents, and it's just his address. So I'll create a FedEx label to him, It's showing me how much I'm writing the check for, 150 bucks. And what happens is I take this, and this is how I track the deals, because again, we're just pushing paper. So I take this and I actually put it in a folder. I'll show you here in a second. So this is my copy. That's just what I'm doing. Then I include a signing instruction. So it's, you know, it's telling them what to do, what I need. This is actually, as I'm looking at this, this is actually, no, we don't need this because it's asking for witnesses, and that's for Florida, so I'm going to cross through that. Tells them, you know, how to get the documents back to me, return the documents. I use FedEx, so all of my deeds go out FedEx. Check it out, FedEx Lite. Google FedEx Lite and also Google FedEx One Rate. So I created a FedEx Lite account. Send it out FedEx. I get a tracking number, and then it's one rate. So you don't pay, you know, it's up to 3-day delivery. So the one rate means that they could deliver it overnight, two days, or 3 days. Most of my deliveries are delivered in 1 or 2 days, so it's pretty fast and it's pretty cheap, I think. And I get FedEx quality and a tracking number. I can't go wrong there. Then I've got the deed. You know, this is a Arizona deed, so he just needs to sign right here, have it notarized. My AP and information's on the second page. So I'm going to take this document, and send it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to log into FedEx right now and create the 2 shipping labels. Oh, you know what? I think I actually have those. Let's see. I think we already did that. Yeah, we did. Here they are. I've got the two shipping labels. I've got the label going out to them and the label coming back to me. And what I'm going to do is, let me grab this real fast. Hold on a second. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and put it in a FedEx envelope. Fold these up, they go in the front. Important stuff is the deeds and the signing instructions in there. On this one, I told him I'd give him the money when I got the deed back, and he agreed. So clearly it's a motivated seller. Go figure. And then we're going to get this stuff mailed out. Now, hold on a second, let me show you this. Then I got these sleeves, these sleeves from Staples. They're these plastic sleeves, and they actually open on the side. And what happens is I take my instruction sheet, basically, but more so it has who I'm doing this deal with. I take this, slam it into the sleeve, and this is really the beginning of the paperwork process. You know, I try to digitize as much as possible, but at the same time, I still have to have paper around. So what will happen is I've got a couple notebooks, and in another video, I'll show you how I track all of these things, because when you're doing a mass production, buying a lot of land, you better have some pretty good systems in place if you haven't already figured that out. And so then what happens is this goes into one of my notebooks. This goes into the pending notebook, pending return. And then when it comes back, when the deed comes back to me, it goes into a process. I have 3 notebooks. Again, that's a different topic for another video. So that's just a quick snapshot of how I do this. Now I'm closing this deal with the seller. I'm paying for all his shipping, you know, shipping to him and back to me. You can do it many different ways, but this is how I do it. It works for me. I can track all the documents and go. The other thing is today I got, like we all hate, I got these return to senders. You know, you got the lovely return to sender. And I got 10 today. It's a result of high levels of mailing. What I'll do is I'll take these and just very quickly go into my tracking system, mark them as return to sender. If I'm lucky, which sometimes you are, the post office will provide you down here with a new address. So in that case, they're getting another letter, and my offer price is going down. I offered $550 on this property. Where is this thing? Let's look. I don't even remember. It's like Christmas all over again. I get to figure out what I'm doing. $550. Oh yeah, this. I just mailed this one just the other day. This was mailed on the 7th. This was part of that 256. This batch of 256. It's already come back to me. So I'm going to lower my offer price. 500. Lower it by, let's say, 10%. Remail it and see what they do. So tonight I'll be just punching in these real fast, and then I'm going to work on some Craigslist ads, get those out, and get it going. So, look, got a number of videos coming for you over time. You know, I know, as I said, Mark and I are working on creating some additional content for everybody, kind of show you behind the scenes how we're working, help answer any questions that you have. I plan on doing some of these on Periscope as well. So if you want to be alerted when I go on Periscope, you can follow me at Twitter at bstodd, BSTODD. And when I do a Periscope, you'll get a notification for a live Periscope, and we'll talk back and forth. So that's it for me for tonight. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.